Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, and in this video I want to show you the Visconti deck. The first tarot deck in the world. This is the scarabeo version, and why I have here the golden Visconti is because at the beginning I wanted to order this deck, but I did a mistake and I chose this one because I thought it was this deck. So never mind, I received the golden Visconti. This deck is only major arcana cards. I will show you in a second. I'm actually not regretting that I ordered that by accident because I think this is a very beautiful major arcana set to have, and you can use it for different readings. And this is the Visconti scarabeo. So you have here this book, you have small book here. I don't really mind that. I'm not reading this, I don't care about this. And you have the deck itself. I know you have like thousands of reviews about this deck, but oh, what is this? Okay, this is the back of the cards, and this is the front. I mean, this is also a gold Visconti. So let's see the cards. Here we have only 22 major arcana. And this is the box. You have here a booklet, and let's see the cards. So actually the Visconti deck is like, it has its own system in my opinion. It's not working. I mean, I can be very controversial and to say things that later people will always say something negative, but I mean, you can work with that deck, of course, by the Arthur Waite system or Marseille system if you want, but for me, I find that this deck is not really working like Arthur Waite system. Just for me, because I actually read some book, like the first interpretations of tarot. I forgot how it's called. Maybe I will just look this up. I read the book that called the Divinatory Tarot by Papoose. And the interpretation that you have in that book, they are actually corresponding with this deck. This is very interesting. This is actually the book. I hope you can see. I have it on my Kindle. So anyways, the interpretation that you have in this book are actually working with the Visconti deck. I don't know why, but this is how it works for me, because I've checked something, I did some readings on myself, and the meaning was actually not the meaning of Arthur Waite system. It was of that book. So anyways, let's see. I will show you those beautiful cards. They are big. This deck I actually use for readings for profession. Like every time that you need to answer something only with major arcana, this is when I'm using those cards, that deck. I think it's really beautiful. So anyways, this is the Fool, this is the Magician, this is the Priestess, absolutely beautiful, the Empress. Notice how there are absolutely no resemblance to our Arthur Waite depictions. I mean, the Pamela Coleman Smith drawings. Like this is completely something else, and this is the first tarot deck in the world. This is the Emperor. This is the Hierophant, the Lovers, the Chariot. Look how interesting the Chariot. Here we have actually a female figure, and this figure is actually the Empress figure. I will show you in a minute that we have this figure in some cards, and this card for me is a very feminist card. There is nothing that is speaking to me about, you know, the aggressive male chariot that we have. Here we have a female. Very, very interesting. This is the Justice, the Hermit. Here he has time, and this is Father Time. So it's changing a bit the meaning of the cards, and I really like the Visconti deck because I think this is like true history, piece of history that we have, and the interpretations a bit different. I mean there are no like interpretation to this deck, but we can assume that the interpretation is a bit different than our, you know, Crowley or Waite systems or Marseille. Although it is, I think it is more close to Marseille, but still this is not a Marseille system deck. This is the Wheel of Fortune. Here we have the Strength. I saw some reviews and people are saying that he's beating the lion, but for me it's not true. The lion is the depiction of power, the depiction of strength, of ego. And if you have cats, you know that when your cat is doing this position, he's about to attack. And he's not beating the lion. I think he's going to beat someone else, and this is like the depiction of his strength. Like his strength, his aggression is going to beat the other person. Like this is his assistance, basically. This is the depiction of his strength. So here is the Hangman, very classic. Well, the Hangman is a card of failure. I think it's the worst card of the deck. Like if you're asking me what is the worst card, this is the card of failure. Death. Interesting Death. This is the Temperance card. We don't have water here. And I will show you something in a second. This is the Devil. I think the Devil card was never found, and there were not such card in Tarot. I think it's something that came later. But again, we are not talking about history here. You can Google yourself. Did I? Yes, this is the Tower. This is the Star card. Similar to Temperance. Again, we have a female figure standing, but she has this star. Notice that her hand is on her belly. It seems like she's pregnant. I mean, for me, I don't know. She's putting her hand and it's like she's pregnant here. This is the Moon. Again, female figure. Here we have the Sun. Here we have Judgment. And the World. So I wanted to show you that, look at this beautiful book that she's holding in the depiction of stars. So that female figure, that Empress, is also seen in here. in here, also here, and so I just wanted to show you that this is very interesting. We have the same figure in those cards. Maybe it can say something, you know, on the interpretation of the cards. So we have the Emperor, we have the Empress. Look at what she's wearing. And we have the Empress also here. We have the Empress. We have the Empress also in the Chariot card. Like she's doing something, she's driving to some place. We have her also here. I mean, here we have a figure with wings, but somehow I feel that it's the Empress. Because we have also this figure, which is again dressed in the same dress of the Empress. I don't know, it's just something that I noticed. I would love to hear your thoughts on that. What do you think about that? But I find it very interesting. You know what? It can be that she's the same figure, but here we cannot see her because she's wearing a different dress. Or maybe not. Maybe this is totally different figure. Well, never mind. And also I wanted to show you about the figures, the celestial figures. They all like very similar, except of the sun. Those three figures, like there is something about them. We have the Temperance, we have the Star and the Moon. You see, they're very similar. This is very interesting. We can use that in our interpretation somehow. I don't know. Be creative. You know, tarot cards are very creative system, and you can use your imagination basically. Because all the interpretations that we have, it's basically theories, but never mind. So anyways, I really like that golden Visconti Tarot. I find it very, very beautiful. I mean the big ones. And here now I will show you that deck. So here we have again, I don't know if I need to show you that again. The Fool, the Magician, the Priestess, Empress, forgot, Emperor, Hierophant, Lovers, Chariot, Justice, Hermit, the Wheel, Strength, Hangman, Death, Temperance, Devil, Tower, Star, Moon, Sun, Judgment, and the World. And here we have the what is happened? What happened here? So here we have the Minor Arcana. It will be a bit difficult to read with those cards. It's very confusing to me even. I have to look what is saying. This is the Ace of Cups. This is the Seven of Pentacles, but really beautiful depiction. This is the Queen of Swords. My camera position is really not comfortable. Eight of Pentacles, Six of Swords, Nine of Swords, the Knight of Wands, Four of Wands. The wands and the swords are really confusing. The Knight of Pentacles. The depictions the drawing of the male figures in the Visconti deck is really infantile. They look like children. I don't know why I mean, I don't know why it is in this way. King of Cups. Look, he looks like a young boy. I don't know what is the reason for that. Queen of Cups. And the females actually look more mature. Like they're more responsible, like they're the head of the deck, something like that. I mean, this is the feeling that I get. Six of Cups, because what is the reason to do the males so childlike? Five of Wands, Eight of Swords, King of Swords. Look at him. He looks like he's 12. Knight of Swords, Ace of Wands, King of Wands. You see how they look like children? Ten of Wands, Eight of Wands, Nine of Wands, Three of Pentacles, Four of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles, the Page of Swords, Three of Cups, Four of Cups, Seven of Cups, Eight of Cups, Two of Wands. Again, very confusing. The wands are confusing. Six, I mean, it's not wands here, it's batons. Six of Pentacles, then Page of Pentacles, again, like a child. Two of Swords, Five of Cups, Queen of Pentacles, Six of Wands, Two of Cups, Ten of Swords, Five of Swords. Yes, the confusion is real. Definitely I cannot work with that deck. Seven of Swords, although I really like this deck. Seven of Wands, King of Pentacles, Knight of Cups, Page of Wands, Ace of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles, Nine of Cups, Ten of Cups, Page of what is it? Page of Cups, yes. Queen of Wands. Absolutely no depiction of our modern tarot. There is no even anything that is resembling that. Three of Swords, one, what is this? One. Ace of Swords, Five of Pentacles, Four of Swords, and Three of Wands. That was really intense. So I really like that this is a piece of history that we have here, and I definitely cannot work because it's really confusing. Like, it's really confusing. Those are not really masculine males. They are very infantile and very feminine. And as you can see, all the Viscontis are blonde. Whether they really were blonde or I don't know. It's too much blonde people here. I think it's overwhelming. So basically those are the cards. Very beautiful deck, a piece of history. But notice that we have also the Carrie Yale Visconti, and that particular deck have different depictions. I really liked that it has different star and different high priestess. But you can look that up. I'm not going to go here for history. So anyways, what are your thoughts about this deck? Please write in the comments. I think this is absolutely interesting and fantastic piece of history, and I feel that we all can just sit with that deck, remove all the information that we know about the modern interpretations from the Golden Dawn system, let's say, and we can think about our own interpretations. Because, as I always say, you know, people are inventing interpretation to cards. There is no like some basic specific information that you can look and say, oh, this is the real interpretation. There are no interpretation to tarot cards. Everything that we have is just a point of view of some people that they invented that. This is how they view the world, and we all have different point of view of the world. So for me, you know, this card can say something different than in our modern interpretation. So basically that's it. Just, you know, if you have this deck, don't be a zombie. Think about your own interpretations. What, you know, maybe you can bring something new to that system. Maybe you can bring something interesting. Do card of the day with that deck and see how it's working, how the events are working. If you will like step out from your box of being in the Arthur Waite system, you can actually have different meanings to the cards. This is very fascinating. It's something that I'm doing because we all have different point of view, and I don't like obsessive, fanatic people who are only saying that you have only one interpretation to some cards. So here the Visconti deck can actually help us to, I think, to expand more with interpretation, to bring more meanings to the cards. There is no astrological anything in those cards. And this is also something important that I wanted always to mention, like the obsession with astrology in tarot cards. I think it has no place. It's not based on anything. Like astrology is a different system. I mean, it's something different. It's something else. Why we always want to put it on the cards? I mean, there is nothing wrong with that, but you cannot say to me for sure that the Emperor card, where is the Emperor? No, it's not the Emperor. Well, he's not here. The Emperor. I mean, you cannot say to me always that here the Emperor. This is Aries. This is the astrological sign of Aries. Who says that and why? Always have critical thinking. Do you see anything that says Aries or astrological sign in the Visconti deck? I don't see anything of that nature. You see? I mean, you can say Aries, other person can say Leo, and whatever. I don't know why I got into this conversation, but I think it's important. Step out from I don't know how to say that. Step out from the same routine. Step out from the same interpretations and the same routine, and stop being fanatic and extremist person that believes only to one author. Like, even if you will read Arthur Waite, his meanings, like I read the book, I have the book in my Kindle. His meanings got nothing to do with the cards. And he also, you know, he released another cards or another book. Okay, I think I'm deviating from the from the subject. Anyways, thank you for watching. Subscribe to my channel. I will have more videos that we can discuss and talk about all this situation in the tarot world, and see you in my next videos.